Whatever Wednesday. First Whatever Wednesday of the year.
Yeah.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2019. It's also Veganuary, so today's video is going to be a vlog, but it's not just going to be us showing you what we do. I mean, I know how interesting that is, but we want to also give some tips and advice for anyone who's thinking about going vegan or who's doing Veganuary or anything like that, because I just completed my 1 year of being a vegan.
You're officially
full vegan.
Like a vegan, you know? Like,
It feels pretty real.
1 year, that's a long time.
I know, but I mean, you're like almost at 5.
Yeah.
So we both have different tips, some of the same tips, but we want to share them. So that's what we're going to do throughout today's video. But first, we got to make some pancakes.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Pancakes. The best pancakes you'll ever eat.
How fluffy are the pancakes?
The fluffiest.
Okay. Let's get our fluff on.
So I'm knee deep in making pancakes right now.
You're doing great.
Thank you. So one of the #1 tips for anyone usually starting out as vegan that I like to say is don't worry about being healthy for the first little bit, because if you're like worried about being healthy, you're just gonna end up eating salads, and that's just a sad life. So instead, veganize some of your favorite foods. So like if you really like burgers, veganize a really, really good burger, and then it doesn't feel like you're sacrificing anything. Or, you know, pancakes. Because pancakes are delicious. Does that make sense?
Yes.
The perfect pancake just happened.
Okay.
I mean, only one side of it, but
The shape?
the shape is pretty good. The color is gorgeous.
Fluff factor?
Like A++++.
A++++.
And it's not going to be goopy in the middle, which is
Not
key to
goopy.
fluffy pancakes.
Once again, every time we do a vlog, you guys get a sneak peek of recipes. This one's coming out in February.
Yeah.
So you got a while to wait.
This is a breakfast for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Breakfast in bed.
It'll be worth the wait. All good things come to those who wait,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're only doing one recipe today, and then we're doing a lot of photos again.
Yeah.
Because we just need to step up our photo game.
Yeah.
Always. You know, we should also plug our Instagram. Because that's
of
where all these
course.
photos show up.
Yeah, and we're starting to do, like, it's starting to not just be our recipes that we post, we're starting to do a little bit more, like, lifestyle content and just kind of random posts about other things that we do.
Yes.
So follow us there. And
Linked
also,
below.
another tip, if you're gonna be vegan, you gotta dress vegan, buy our merch.
Oh, merch. I'm wearing our shirt.
Are you wearing it?
Yeah, this is more if you're a food blogger, though, I guess. It's not really a vegan
fine.
thing. Camera eats first.
Yeah.
Right? You always gotta take a picture of your food. Although, to be honest, we're pretty bad at that.
I'm so bad at that.
Especially when we're out for dinner.
Yeah, like I'm
camera
good at doing
eats
this.
seconds.
Like, taking pictures at home,
Yeah.
easy. I can always remember that. At restaurants, nope.
We're like, just dive into the food. Camera eats an empty plate.
Mouth eats first.
Yeah, mouth eats first.
I'm handling all the food.
That's okay. I approve of it. This is how you get the perfect stack. Yes.
It's pretty good, right?
Okay, while Catherine sets up the photo, yeah, she's gonna set that up by herself. I'm gonna give one of my tips, and this is something I followed too because I found that it's easy to underestimate how big of a change going veganism is. So I think that it's easier to go slow, like one thing at a time. So I gave up red meat. Low and slow, just like how you cook your pancakes. I gave up red meat, and then I gave up chicken and fish, and then I gave up dairy. And by the time I was giving up dairy, like January 2018 is when I went vegan, it barely felt like a transition because I had already been eating a lot of mostly vegan meals anyways, so it was very easy to go from vegetarian to vegan. But I did find that going from chicken and fish to vegetarian was harder because that's when you really have to change over your protein source, and that's where people can get kind of confused or overwhelmed or not sure. So to follow up my low and slow tip, I'd say figure out your protein next, because if you start to struggle, or the first thing people are going to ask you is where are you getting your protein, the first thing you're going to feel overwhelmed by or insecure about is probably your protein. So figure out which protein sources you like best, whether it's tofu or tempeh or chickpeas.
Yeah, speaking of sources, I would actually go to tempeh before you go to tofu, because a lot of people don't like tofu.
Yeah, and it's harder to make tofu taste good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think tempeh is easier to taste good, and it's also good to have something like chickpeas or some kind of bean that is also a good source of protein, but maybe isn't as expensive, because chickpeas are dead cheap, and I have those for dinner all the time. Like, I love a good chana masala, you know?
Do you make chana masala?
I do, yeah.
You never make me food, Dad.
Well, you never come over for dinner. But yeah, figure out your protein, find like which protein source you like the best and how you like to cook it the best, and that will help you feel more comfortable. All right, I should help Catherine.
You picked like perfect strawberries.
Oh my god, I picked perfect strawberries.
Yay.
Now that we filmed the B-roll portion, we're moving photos over to this corner. In previous videos, you always saw us shoot photos by the door, by the windows, because, you know, obviously light. But now, Catherine is stepping up her game. She got a flash. So we can shoot pretty much anywhere, and we actually have a nice backdrop, and we have controlled light. So we are shooting in the corner near the bathroom, because naturally. But yeah, I'll kind of show you that setup, and then maybe we will drop in what one of the photos looks like.
You should be able to?
Yeah. Get it, girl.
Oh my gosh. That's what happened.
This is what happens when you gotta get that nice pour shot.
When you gotta get 8 pour shots. Like,
all the pour shots.
on the plus side, raspberries soaked in maple syrup taste delicious.
These are now maple syrup sponges. They're not pancakes anymore. Okay, so we finished shooting that recipe, and just full disclaimer, like, if we ever seem hyper,
Drunk, high, hyper, any of those 3.
it's not drugs. It's maple syrup, okay?
Which I guess is kind of a drug. Sugar is a drug.
Yeah. So we may have had, well, you saw, we pour a lot of maple syrup on the pancakes while we're filming them.
I really like maple syrup.
It's really great. Does anyone, we're looking for a sponsor, a maple tree to sponsor us.
Maple companies.
We also had, like, an epiphany.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like, I compared this with them. You know how high people, when they're high, they start, like, thinking of all these great ideas? We did that.
Like, when we're on a maple syrup high, we think of, well, this is what we thought of today.
We're changing our name.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, we're changing our name to 2 Maple Girls.
We're idiots! We should have done that
Stupid.
from the beginning.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with us?
It makes so much sense. You know, like, a maple leaf is Canadian. We
are Canadian.
We love maple syrup.
And we're 2 girls.
Oh my god, stupid. So should we rebrand?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below if we should be rebranding.
Also, we're definitely coming out with shirts that are maple syrup related themed, so stay tuned.
We've already come up with some designs.
Yes. Okay.
Stay tuned.
We're gonna go eat the rest of the pancakes now.
I'm just gonna slop up the maple syrup.
Let's show them the plate again.
Imagine just like pour it in.
Oh my god, look, it's a little pond.
It's our pond of maple syrup.
The berries are
if you
drowning.
put like, look, it's like a lily pad.
And suddenly we've decided to have a tea party. No, not
This is
really.
how all of our Sundays end.
Yeah, after we're done filming, we always have a tea party. It's not true. It's for a photo shoot. We're photographing some cupcakes for a company. And can I say the company?
I don't see why not.
For a company. You
For a
might,
cupcake
if you
company.
recognize the cupcakes, then you'll know.
Yeah.
I
mean, we'll be posting about them later, so you'll
yeah,
find
so
out.
you'll see. But yeah, we shot them last weekend as well, and then we have to do.
Shot them?
We shot the cupcakes. And this weekend we have to reshoot a couple of the photos because we got some feedback from the company. So we are setting up again for that.
If you're a company and want to hire us to do your photography, we are available.
I know we've talked a lot about maple syrup, but we'll take pictures of other stuff.
Anything we can put maple syrup on top of.
Okay. So we've been shooting photos for like
A couple hours.
a few hours now. It's going great. I'm very tired. We have not eaten enough, but it's time for another tip. So I think another important thing to consider, especially if you're following like a lot of food bloggers online, is your kitchen and your resources. Because I mean, we shoot everything at Catherine's house in her kitchen, and she's also been a vegan longer than me. And I would just say, in general, her kitchen is far more equipped than mine is. But that's not to say that that has held me back from going vegan, because I'm doing just fine with the kitchen that I have, and that I don't have all the fancy stuff.
I think it just depends on the person you are. Like, I mean, I could easily go vegan with the amount of stuff that you have. But I just think that maybe more things make it a little easier.
Like what specific things?
Cookbooks.
Okay.
I would get a couple vegan cookbooks when you first start, so you're never running out of ideas to cook. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
like equipment or?
A blender. Doesn't need to be a Vitamix. Devin has a Ninja and it works perfectly fine for all those people that hate us for saying that. I mean, I have a Vitamix. I really like my Vitamix, but Ninja works. Food processor I'd recommend, like a mini one. You don't need a big one either. What else do I use a lot?
Is there a staple food ingredient?
I would keep some sort of grain on you. So like rice or quinoa or couscous or pasta. I really like rice, so also a rice cooker is a really good thing to have. I always have a rice cooker so that I can just put rice on and I can make everything else while the rice is doing its thing.
Thing-a-line. I mean, I would definitely agree with rice because I make that like 3-4 times.
Stir fries, you know?
Yeah, stir fries are key. Very key.
I also I think spaghetti is a really good thing to keep on, like a whole wheat spaghetti or a rice pasta, because you can use it for pasta, but you can also use spaghetti for stir fries. Mm-hmm. Instead of like getting a stir fry noodle, you could just use spaghetti.
Yeah, and just like pasta too in general.
Yeah. There's certain like small things that I always have, like this is very expected, but I always have maple syrup. It's like sweetener of choice. I always have soy sauce.
Yes. Oh, soy sauce.
Soy sauce, again, stir fries.
Very important.
I
would also say like a vegan mayo and vegan butter.
Yeah. Should we just look at my fridge? I mean, I always have hot sauce, if you can't tell. Hot sauce. I always have mustards, always, but that's just me. Soy sauce. I always have some sort of barbecue sauce. Variety of vegetables. I always have cauliflower. Always cauliflower. I also really like this, which I try and keep because it makes an easy dinner.
Oh, yes.
The Yves or Garden, the veggie ground round, that's like the fake ground beef.
Yeah.
This is so easy. You can make chili, you can make tacos, you can make pasta, you can make lasagna. It's like actually the easiest thing to have in your fridge, and it's so convenient.
Yeah.
So I always like stock this up in my freezer.
Mm-hmm.
I actually probably eat this more than I eat like tofu and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Also, I always have hummus. Hummus is such an easy snack and meal. Devin, it's a meal.
All right, we're not going there.
Other than that, I mean, I just have a variety of vegetables all the time. Stuff that flavors the vegetables. So like spices, the soy sauce. I have gochujang in my fridge, or like a really good veggie paste broth. That's really good.
Yeah, I would definitely say that Catherine has a good arsenal of flavor ingredients.
Nut
You know what I mean?
butters. Nut butters are great to have on hand.
Yes. I tend to keep less fresh produce just because I'm really bad at eating it all fast enough, but I always have frozen veggies because that's usually easier for me. And they're already chopped up, so it saves me time.
Yeah.
No shame. No shame in my frozen veggie game.
Yeah, no, if you don't know if you're gonna eat a lot of vegetables, like, quick enough, buy frozen.
Yeah.
I buy frozen all the time, I just forget that I have frozen.
I will say one fresh vegetable that I almost always have in my fridge is mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are key.
Yeah, we really like mushrooms here. Also, pantry staple, dehydrated mushrooms. You'll hear us talk about that a lot.
I don't have any of those in my kitchen, actually.
I don't have any at the moment either.
Ah.
I needed some yesterday, so.
All right, should we get back to our photos? We have to do a podcast still, too.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the ramen?
Great. I should ask you. I think everything I make is great.
Well, you should. It was good.
Okay.
We finally finished up our photo shoot, photo session, and I mean, I was hangry. Like I
didn't realize how little food we ate today.
No energy, and we definitely were crashing from the maple syrup earlier. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a different energy level going on right now.
Yeah.
It's been a few hours since we had any maple syrup.
Oh,
So.
there's the pancakes.
No, we can't go back there. But we finished our podcast for today, and we're gonna sum up, gonna conclude this vlog.
Yeah.
We hope we gave enough tips. I know this was like
Really random.
Tip of the iceberg when it comes to helping people.
So funny.
No, I'm embarrassed. But there's so much more advice I feel like we could give people who are trying to go vegan or experimenting with veganism. If you want, we talk about it a lot on our podcast.
A lot, yeah.
So, and on our blog, we have a whole how to vegan section. So I would recommend checking both of those out, but we can definitely do more videos like this where we try to give more advice and insights.
If you guys want that. Good thing to leave below is your tips for any new vegans or people who have just become vegans and they're trying to stay vegan. Leave those below.
Yeah. I know what I ate in a day content can be really helpful too.
Yeah. I mean, people seem to like regular people cooking, according to our comments.
Like when I fail at cooking.
Yeah, people like that.
People like that. I like it too. But anyways, that's it for this episode of Whatever Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more episodes like this. And then we do recipes every Sunday. Vegan recipes.
Links to the podcast and the blog are down below.
Yep, check it out.
Check it out!
Yeah.
And stay tuned. The rest of this month we got awesome January content.
Yeah. Well, we have awesome content all 2019.
I don't know about February.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
We have pancakes in February. It's great.
Oh yeah,
content.
you already know. Okay. Goodbye.
You know what I think we need to get?
What?
Tweezers.
I'm kidding. Really obnoxious tweezers.
Yeah. These are my plating tweezers.
I know, I got them confused with my bathroom tweezers.
Oh, gross.